Running files with Node.js. In Node.js, the command node runs a file with JavaScript code, outputting to the console the command line if asked. So for example, node space index.js would run the file index.js containing JavaScript code and would run that and potentially, if asked, output anything to the console. Let's look at an example by returning to Visual Studio Code. So in Visual Studio Code, I have this set up already. I have a directory open called mobile development. I don't have a terminal open, so I'm going to go to File or go to Terminal, New Terminal. I have my shell set to bash, and this will open this up. So I don't have anything to run, so let's create a new file in Visual Studio Code by using the left-hand sidebar. I have Explorer selected, and I'm going to click the new file icon. Going to call this index.js. And notice when that happened, JS was used as part of this icon to signal this was a JavaScript file, as well as down here in the bottom right-hand corner, Visual Studio Code has told us it's detected JavaScript code based on the .js ending, and it's going to assume we're using JavaScript. So, normally, if I was writing code for a web browser, I could use the method log as part of the global object console, that is, console.log, to show some type of information in the browser's console. Usually when people first encounter JavaScript, this is one of the first things they use, the method log of the global object console. So we might write something like, hey, and of course end this with a semicolon. So notice right here, this circle tells us this file is not currently saved, and you also see it up here. So if I wanted to save this, and notice it also says it over here, one unsaved file. There are two ways to go about saving files in Visual Studio Code. I could go to File, Save, or Save As, or Save All, or if I wanted to, using keyboard shortcuts, Control S, or on a Mac, Command S. So okay, I have a index.js file. It contains console.log, the method log of the global object console. And right here I'm saying write hey with an exclamation point. So with terminal opened, again, matching the directory I'm looking at, mobile development, I can type node index.js. And it will run this. Notice we said, hey, write to the log to the console, that is, hey, as a string, which it did right here. So whenever we use console log, unless we explicitly change it otherwise, Node will assume we mean the command line. So we see here node run hey. So node as the command running a file index.js in this current project index.js. If we use console log, outputting to the console, or in this case, the command line itself. So running files with Node is incredibly easy, especially with Visual Studio Code using its terminal access. We can open a terminal, run node space the name of the file, in this case index.js, and run that file as if it was any other JavaScript.